Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk all things coins. Today, we're diving into a coin that might just be sitting in your collection, or even in your pocket change. That's right, we're talking about the 1952 Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth millions of dollars. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this seemingly ordinary penny could fetch such an extraordinary price. And as always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing coin content. Let's start with a little history. The 1952 Lincoln penny was minted in San Francisco, which is what the S stands for. During that year, over 137 million pennies were produced at the San Francisco Mint. That's a lot of pennies. Now, you're probably wondering how a coin that was minted in such large numbers could be worth so much money. The answer lies in its rarity in top condition, unique errors, and its historical significance to collectors. So what makes the 1952 penny so valuable? First, condition is everything. The pennies that are worth the most are those in mint state, especially those graded as MS 67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. There are only a handful of these high-grade pennies in existence, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one. In fact, the highest price paid for a 1952 Lincoln penny was over $9,000 at an auction. But that's not all. Some coins have errors or varieties that make them even more valuable. Look out for things like double dies, repunched mint marks, or other striking mistakes. These rare error coins can command even higher prices at auctions, and collectors will go wild for them. So, how can you find a 1952 penny that's worth a fortune? The best place to start is by checking any old coin collections you or your family may have. Even coins that have been tucked away in jars or boxes for decades could be hiding some incredible gems. When examining your 1952 penny, make sure to check the condition first. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and original luster will be worth more. If you think you have a high-quality penny or an error coin, consider having it professionally graded. That small investment could pay off big time if your coin is deemed rare. If you're a serious collector, or just starting out, always keep an eye out for 1952 pennies at coin shows, auctions, or even online marketplaces like eBay. But, be careful, there are plenty of fakes and counterfeits out there, so make sure you're buying from trusted sellers. And if you're lucky enough to find one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So there you have it, folks. The 1952 Lincoln penny, a small coin with a huge potential. If you think you have one, now's the time to check and maybe strike it rich. Have you come across any valuable pennies in your collection? Let me know in the comments. And remember, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We're diving into a fascinating coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change, the 1972 Lincoln penny. Yes, some versions of this penny are worth thousands, and in rare cases, even close to $1 million. So, what makes this humble coin so valuable? Let's break it down. The 1972 Lincoln penny was minted in huge numbers, with over 5.5 billion produced across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. While most of these coins are only worth face value, there are some rare varieties and errors that collectors are willing to pay big bucks for. So what makes certain 1972 pennies so special? Well, it all comes down to one key error, the famous double die obverse variety. In 1972, some pennies were struck with what's known as a double die on the obverse, or front, of the coin. This means that parts of the design, especially the date and the word Liberty, appear to be doubled. This doubling effect makes the coin look like it has a slight shadow in certain areas. If you have a 1972 penny, take a close look at the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust. If you see noticeable doubling in these areas, you could be holding on to something incredibly valuable. Now, here's where things get exciting. A typical 1972 double die obverse penny in good condition can sell for anywhere between $200 to $500. But for coins in mint state condition, those values skyrocket. In 2019, one of these coins in almost perfect condition, graded MS67 red by a professional grading service, sold for over $14,000 at auction. But wait, there's more. Experts believe that there are even higher grade examples of the 1972 double die obverse penny still out there. If one of these coins were to come to auction in pristine condition, who knows, it could easily reach $1,000,000. Now, if you think you found a 1972 double die penny, here's what you should do: use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, especially on the date and text. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which is crucial for determining its value. Rare coin auctions are the best places to get top dollar for valuable coins. So, whether you're a coin collector or just curious about the hidden treasures in your pocket, the 1972 Lincoln penny could be a life-changing find. Imagine flipping a penny and turning it into thousands, or even millions, of dollars. What are you waiting for? Go check your change jar. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more about valuable coins, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. We're diving into a special coin that you definitely want to be on the lookout for, the 1973 Lincoln penny that's worth, wait for it, millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions. So grab your penny jar and let's find out what makes this particular coin so valuable. Ready? Let's go. Before we get into the big bucks, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 1973 Lincoln penny. By this time, the Lincoln cent had been in production for over 60 years, since 1909, with the iconic Abraham Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner. The 1973 pennies are part of the regular production run, minted by the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint. But as common as they may seem, a few very special versions of this penny have taken collectors by storm. So what makes a seemingly ordinary penny from 1973 worth a fortune? Let's break it down. Now, most 1973 pennies are made from copper and are only worth face value, yep, just 1 cent. But there are some rare cases where these pennies can sell for thousands and even millions. Here are the key factors that can make your 1973 penny worth a fortune. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. A 1973 Lincoln penny in mint condition, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can significantly increase its value. The highest graded examples, especially those in MS67 and above, are the ones that command top dollar at auctions. To put it simply, the shinier and more flawless your penny is, the more it's worth. This is where things get really exciting. Erorr coins are some of the most valuable coins in the world, and the 1973 Lincoln penny is no exception. Some of the erorr types to look for include double die erorr *. This happens when the coin design is struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on features like Lincoln's profile or the lettering. A coin where the design is not properly centered on the planchet. Some of these 1973 pennies are strikingly off-center, making them very rare and valuable. Imperfections in the die used to strike the coins can leave unique cracks or raised lines on the coin's surface, which collectors love. Alright, let's talk money. There have been several high-profile sales of the 1973 Lincoln penny, especially those with rare errors or in pristine condition. Here are some jaw-dropping examples. In 2020, a 1973 penny in MS67 red condition sold for over $10,000 at auction. Even more amazing, a rare erorr coin from this year could easily fetch $50,000 or more, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. There are even some ultra-rare 1973 pennies speculated to be worth millions. So always keep an eye out for those erorr coins. So, how do you know if your 1973 Lincoln penny is worth a small fortune? Here's what you need to do. Start by inspecting the condition. Is it shiny, free from scratches, and without much wear? If so, you're on the right track. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to look for any unusual markings, doubling, or misprints. Sometimes even small errors can lead to big value. If you think you've got a special penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Graded coins are far more valuable to collectors and can help verify authenticity. Once your coin is graded, you can list it on auction sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or even take it to a coin dealer. Always research first to know the market value. And that's it, folks. The 1973 Lincoln penny could be your ticket to a serious payday if you have the right one. So don't ignore those pennies lying around. You never know if you've got a hidden treasure in your hands. Let me know in the comments if you've checked your coin collection recently, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more coin discoveries, and as always, keep hunting for those rare finds. We're talking about a coin that's been making waves in the numismatic world, the 1976 D Lincoln penny that's worth potentially millions. The 1976 D Lincoln penny might look like your ordinary 1-cent coin at first glance. But with the right conditions and some rare minting errors, this coin could be worth much more than you'd ever expect. So, what makes this specific penny so valuable? Let's break it down step by step. Keep watching until the end because you might just have a treasure in your pocket without even realizing it. First, let's talk about the mint mark. The D below the date indicates that this coin was minted in Denver. The U.S. Mint produced millions of these pennies in 1976 to celebrate the nation's bicentennial year, but only a few ended up being extremely valuable due to special characteristics. Here's where things get exciting. Some 1976 D Lincoln pennies contain rare mint errors that dramatically increase their value. These could include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or even a coin struck on the wrong material. For example, a double die means that the image or letters are struck twice, creating a slight but noticeable doubling effect on features like Lincoln's face or the words, "In God We Trust." These errors are incredibly sought after by collectors. Next, condition is key. Like any valuable coin, the 1976 D Lincoln penny's worth depends heavily on its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. The higher the grade, the higher the value. For a coin to be worth millions, it must be in near-perfect condition, MS, 67 or higher. That means no scratches, minimal wear, and pristine details. If your penny looks shiny and untouched, you could be holding a jackpot. So, how much can a 1976 D Lincoln penny be worth? Well, the highest recorded sale for one of these pennies was a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Now, that's for a coin in top condition with extremely rare errors. Post, voiceover, even if your coin doesn't hit the $1 million mark, a well-preserved 1976 D penny with unique features could still fetch thousands of dollars at auction. It's always worth getting your coin authenticated by a professional. Now you're probably Step 1, inspect the coin's date and mint mark. Make sure you see the D for Denver. Step 2, look closely for any errors like doubling on the lettering or an off-center strike. Step 3, consider the condition of the coin. If it's in great shape, it might be worth sending to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official grade. Who knew a simple penny could be worth so much, right? So next time you're going through your pocket change or old coin collections, take a close look at those 1976 D Lincoln pennies. You might just find a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest rare coin discoveries. Drop a comment below if you think you have a valuable 1976 D penny. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1977 Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these ordinary-looking pennies are worth millions. That's right, you could be sitting on a fortune, and you don't even know it yet. So, what makes this little penny so valuable? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1977, over 4.4 billion pennies were minted, but not all pennies are created equal. The 1977 penny was minted in 3 places: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of these pennies are worth only their face value, just 1 cent. But a few rare varieties can be worth thousands, even millions. So, what makes certain 1977 pennies so valuable? It comes down to 2 main factors: condition and errors. First, the condition. If you have a 1977 penny that's in mint state, meaning it looks almost brand new, it could already be worth more than a typical penny. Collectors use a grading scale to assess the quality of coins, and those in the best condition, graded MS 65 or higher, can fetch high prices. Next, and most importantly, are the rare errors. Certain 1977 pennies have minting errors like double dies, off-centering, or even rare metallic composition. These errors can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. But there's one 1977 penny that stands out from the rest, a penny so rare and valuable, it's worth a staggering $1 million. This particular penny has an ultra-rare double die error, meaning that the coin's design was accidentally struck twice. This creates a slight but noticeable doubling effect, especially in the lettering and date. Imagine finding one of these in your loose change. The exact details of these rare finds are kept hush-hush, but every once in a while, one surfaces and shocks the numismatic community. So, how can you spot a potentially $1 million 1977 penny? Here are some tips. First, look at the overall condition. The shinier and less worn the penny, the more valuable it could be. But more importantly, inspect the lettering and numbers. If you see any doubling, where the letters or numbers appear slightly overlapped, there's a good chance you're looking at a rare double die error. And if you find one, don't hesitate to get it professionally graded. That could be the difference between a regular penny and a $1 million treasure. So, what should you do if you think you found a valuable 1977 penny? Here's the plan. First, place it in a protective holder to keep it safe from damage. Then, take it to a professional coin appraiser or send it to a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will evaluate the condition and authenticity, and give you an official grade, which is crucial when selling to collectors. Once it's graded, you can look into selling it at auction or to a collector. Some rare pennies, especially error coins, have fetched prices well into the millions at auctions. So, there you have it. The 1977 Lincoln penny, an ordinary coin with the potential to make you a millionaire. Could you be holding one of these rare treasures right now? Check your change and let me know in the comments if you think you found a valuable penny. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. We're talking about a 1982 Lincoln penny that could be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Now, what makes this penny so special? Well, the year 1982 was a critical year for the US Mint because they changed the composition of the penny. Pennies made before 1982 were primarily made of copper. But during that year, due to rising copper prices, they switched to using a copper-plated zinc core. This transition makes 1982 pennies particularly interesting to collectors. In 1982, the US Mint produced 7 different varieties of pennies. There are both large date and small date designs, and they were minted in both copper and zinc. Here's where it gets interesting: only one specific variety has the potential to be worth millions. Now, here's the real kicker: the penny that could make you a millionaire is the 1982 D small date copper penny. As of now, only one of these rare coins has been discovered. That's right, there's only one known specimen of this coin, and it sold for a jaw-dropping $18,000 back in 2017. So imagine what the next one could go for. It could easily be in the millions, especially if it's in pristine condition. So, how can you tell if you've got the $1,000,000 penny? First, you need to look at the date. The key here is the small date version. But more importantly, you'll need to weigh your penny. Copper pennies from 1982 weigh about 3.11 grams, while the zinc ones are lighter at around 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs 3.11 grams and has the small date with a D mint mark under the year, you might just have the $1,000,000 coin. My advice? Start going through your change and old coin collections. You can even ask your friends and family if they have pennies from 1982, because you never know where the next rare find will turn up. That's all for today, folks. If you learned something new or found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more coin-related content. Who knows? You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. We're diving into one of the most fascinating discoveries, the 1995 Lincoln penny that could be worth a fortune. Yes, we're talking millions of dollars. Stay tuned to find out what makes this seemingly ordinary coin so special. Before we get into the details, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos about valuable coins and collectibles. Let's jump right in. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, with the design featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse since 1959. The 1995 penny may look like just another modern coin, but a rare variety from that year could make you a millionaire. In 1995, millions of pennies were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but what makes some of these coins so valuable isn't their mintage numbers, it's a rare error that can make this penny worth a small fortune. The key to the value of the 1995 Lincoln penny lies in a unique error known as doubling. Specifically, we're talking about the double die obverse (DDO) error. This error occurred during the minting process, where parts of the design were struck twice but slightly misaligned, leading to a doubling effect, especially noticeable on the word liberty and the phrase, "In God we trust." Collectors go crazy for these kinds of minting errors, and this particular mistake has made some 1995 Lincoln pennies worth thousands, even millions of dollars, depending on their condition. Now, you might be wondering, do I have a rare 1995 Lincoln penny sitting in my coin jar? Here's how to find out. Grab a magnifying glass or use your smartphone's zoom function and carefully examine the front of the coin, especially these areas. Look for any doubling or shadowing on the letters. Focus on the letters, especially "we" and "trust", where the doubling is usually most visible. Some pennies also show doubling on the numbers. If you spot any doubling on these key areas, congratulations. You might just have a rare DDO penny. Okay, let's talk money. How much is a 1995 DDO Lincoln penny actually worth? Well, the value can vary depending on the coin's condition. Coins graded in the mint state condition, especially those certified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, have been known to sell for anywhere between $20,000 to over $1 million. That's right, a single penny can turn into a life-changing amount of money. Just imagine finding one of these coins in your change and turning it into a 6- or 7-figure payday. Now, if you think you found a 1995 penny with the doubling error, the next step is to get it appraised by a professional. Send it to a reputable coin grading company, like PCGS or NGC, to authenticate the error and assign a grade to the coin based on its condition. A higher grade means more value. Once you've got your penny graded, you can list it at coin auctions or marketplaces, where collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare coins like yours. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change jar, your drawers, and maybe even your couch cushions. You never know where a $1,000,000 penny could be hiding. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Have you come across any rare coins? Let us know, And stay tuned for more videos on how you could strike it rich with pocket change. If you've got a 1997 Lincoln penny hiding in your pocket, you might want to grab it and take a closer look. Could this little penny actually be worth millions of dollars? Well, in today's video, we're diving deep into why this coin is so special, what makes it stand out, and how you can spot the rare one that could change your life forever. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Before we jump into why this penny might be worth a small fortune, let's quickly touch on its background. The 1997 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, with the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. It's a common coin in the US and was minted in the millions, so what makes certain ones so valuable? Not every 1997 penny is worth $1 million, but there are some specific characteristics that make certain ones highly valuable to collectors. Let's break it down. One of the biggest factors that can skyrocket the value of a penny is minting errors. These could include a doubled die, an off-center strike, or die cracks. If your penny has one of these rare errors, you might be in luck. Most pennies that circulate have wear and tear, but a 1997 Lincoln penny in uncirculated or near-perfect condition can be incredibly valuable. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, are the ones to look out for. So, don't ignore those shiny, untouched pennies you find. Sometimes, certain years of pennies, especially those with a D mint mark for Denver, can generate interest among collectors simply because they are difficult to find in top condition. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Some 1997 Lincoln pennies have sold for thousands, and even up to $1 million, due to their rarity, errors, and pristine condition. For example, a mint-condition 1997 penny with a rare error could easily fetch an astronomical price at auction. While it's rare, it's not impossible. Alright, so you might be wondering, how do I know if my 1997 penny is worth $1 million? Here are a few steps to follow. Get a magnifying glass and inspect every detail of the coin. Look for any signs of minting errors, like doubled letters or numbers, or an off-center strike. Coins with original mint luster, meaning they look almost brand new with no scratches or marks, are much more valuable. Even minor wear can decrease the value. If you think your penny might be special, consider getting it professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A high grade can dramatically increase the coin's value. Whether or not you find $1 million penny, Lincoln pennies are fascinating and fun to collect. Here are a few tips for starting or expanding your collection. The more you know, the better chance you have of spotting valuable coins. Or follow auction results to stay up to date on which pennies are in demand. We're diving into an exciting topic, the 2000 Lincoln penny that could be worth up to millions of dollars. If you're a coin collector or just curious about rare finds, stick around because you might just have one of these valuable pennies lying around. Before we get into why the 2000 Lincoln penny can be worth so much, let's take a quick look at the basics of this coin. The 2000 Lincoln penny, also known as a cent, features Abraham Lincoln's famous profile on the obverse, or front, side, which has been the design since 1909. On the reverse side, we have the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which was in use until 2008 when the design changed. But here's where things get interesting. Not all 2000 Lincoln pennies are created equal. Some of them have unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. Let's break it down. Now, what makes certain 2000 Lincoln pennies worth millions of dollars? It's all about rare errors and varieties that happened during the minting process. Here are the top reasons why your 2000 penny might be worth more than a cent. The most famous error for the 2000 Lincoln penny is the wide AM variety. In normal pennies from 2000, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side should be close together. But in the wide AM error, there's a noticeable gap between the two letters. This error occurred when the wrong die, or stamping tool, was used during production, making this penny highly collectible. Like with any coin, condition matters. A 2000 Lincoln penny that's in mint state or an extremely well-preserved condition could fetch a premium price. Coins that are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC with a grade of MS67 or higher are rare, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them. There are other rare errors like off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubling in the design that can also make a 2000 penny worth a lot more. Always keep an eye out for these unusual traits on your coin. You're probably wondering, how much can these pennies actually be worth? Well, the value of a 2000 Lincoln penny depends on a few factors, such as rarity, condition, and demand. Here are some figures. In a high grade, like MS67, this penny can sell for up to $25,000 or more at auction. Even in lower grades, it can still be worth hundreds of dollars. Depending on the type of error, these pennies can be worth anywhere from a few hundred to thousands of dollars. A standard 2000 penny in mint condition, without any errors, could still sell for around $50 to $100 if it's a top-graded specimen. But here's the kicker. Some rare examples of these pennies have been auctioned for prices that go up to $1 million when combined with unique factors like historical significance or private collector interest. Now let's talk about how you can identify if you have one of these rare 2000 pennies. Here's what you need to do: grab a magnifying glass and look at the America on the reverse side of the penny. If there's a noticeable space between the A and M, you might have a wide AM variety. Is your penny shiny and free from scratches? The better condition it's in, the higher the value. Coins with luster and minimal damage are worth grading. Examine the coin carefully for any doubling, cracks, or misalignment in the design. Even minor minting errors can add value. If you think you've got a valuable 2000 Lincoln penny, what's the next step? Here's a quick guide. Send your penny to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade will significantly increase its value. Rare coins like these can fetch high prices at auctions. Websites like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections are popular places to sell rare coins. If you're not sure about your penny's value, consider taking it to a reputable coin dealer who can offer an expert opinion. And there you have it. Who knew that a penny from the year 2000 could be worth so much? If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a valuable tip. Have you ever come across a rare penny? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into an exciting topic, the 2000 Lincoln penny that could be worth up to millions of dollars. If you're a coin collector or just curious about rare finds, stick around because you might just have one of these valuable pennies lying around. Before we get into why the 2000 Lincoln penny can be worth so much, let's take a quick look at the basics of this coin. The 2000 Lincoln penny, also known as a cent, features Abraham Lincoln's famous profile on the obverse, or front, side, which has been the design since 1909. On the reverse side, we have the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which was in use until 2008 when the design changed. But here's where things get interesting. Not all 2000 Lincoln pennies are created equal. Some of them have unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. Let's break it down. Now, what makes certain 2000 Lincoln pennies worth millions of dollars? It's all about rare errors and varieties that happened during the minting process. Here are the top reasons why your 2000 penny might be worth more than a cent. The most famous error for the 2000 Lincoln penny is the wide AM variety. In normal pennies from 2000, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side should be close together. But in the wide AM error, there's a noticeable gap between the two letters. This error occurred when the wrong die or stamping tool was used during production, making this penny highly collectible. Like with any coin, condition matters. A 2000 Lincoln penny that's in mint state or an extremely well-preserved condition could fetch a premium price. Coins that are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC with a grade of MS67 or higher are rare, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them. There are other rare errors like off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubling in the design that can also make a 2000 penny worth a lot more. Always keep an eye out for these unusual traits on your coin. You're probably wondering, how much can these pennies actually be worth? Well, the value of a 2000 Lincoln penny depends on a few factors, such as rarity, condition, and demand. Here are some figures. In a high grade, like MS-67, this penny can sell for up to $25,000 or more at auction. Even in lower grades, it can still be worth hundreds of dollars. Depending on the type of error, these pennies can be worth anywhere from a few hundred to thousands of dollars. A standard 2000 penny in mint condition, without any errors, could still sell for around $50 to $100 if it's a top-graded specimen. But here's the kicker: some rare examples of these pennies have been auctioned for prices that go up to $1 million when combined with unique factors like historical significance or private collector interest. Now let's talk about how you can identify if you have one of these rare 2000 pennies. Here's what you need to do: grab a magnifying glass and look at the America on the reverse side of the penny. If there's a noticeable space between the A and M, you might have a wide AM variety. Is your penny shiny and free from scratches? The better condition it's in, the higher the value. Coins with luster and minimal damage are worth grading. Examine the coin carefully for any doubling, cracks, or misalignment in the design. Even minor minting errors can add value. If you think you've got a valuable 2000 Lincoln penny, what's the next step? Here's a quick guide: send your penny to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade will significantly increase its value. Rare coins like these can fetch high prices at auctions. Websites like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections are popular places to sell rare coins. If you're not sure about your penny's value, consider taking it to a reputable coin dealer who can offer an expert opinion. And there you have it. Who knew that a penny from the year 2000 could be worth so much? If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a valuable tip. Have you ever come across a rare penny? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into a coin you might not expect to be worth a fortune: the 2005 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. There's a rare version of this penny that has been selling for millions of dollars. Could you be holding one in your hands right now? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909, but the 2005 version holds a special mystery for collectors. Produced by the U.S. Mint, over 4 billion pennies were struck in 2005, both in Philadelphia and Denver. So, what makes this particular year so special? Well, there are two main factors: rare errors and condition. First, let's talk about errors. In coin collecting, errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks can make a penny worth far more than its face value. Some rare 2005 pennies have a double die error, a misalignment in the minting process that causes part of the design to appear doubled. Coins with this error have been auctioned for thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The more dramatic the doubling, the higher the price. But errors alone won't guarantee you $1 million payday. Condition is crucial. Collectors and grading services like PCGS and NGC rank coins on a scale from 1 to 70, known as the Sheldon scale. A grade of MS-67 or higher, that's nearly perfect, can make all the difference. Some 2005 pennies in mint state have been sold for hundreds of thousands simply because they're pristine. And here's the jaw-dropping part: the highest known sale for a 2005 Lincoln penny with unique mint errors and a near-perfect grade was in the millions. Imagine finding that penny just sitting in your coin jar. Incredible, right? So, how do you know if you have a valuable 2005 penny? Here's what you need to do: look closely at the lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. Any doubling could mean big bucks. Is your penny shiny, free of scratches, and looking fresh from the mint? The closer to perfection, the better. If you think you have something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll help determine its true value. So, is it time to raid your piggy bank? You never know, that old 2005 penny you've been overlooking could be your golden ticket to riches. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future rare coin discoveries. Who knows, your next penny could be worth a fortune.